official position and title is executive chef and partner of Roy's downtown San Diego. We have a beautiful location on the waterfront, obviously, downtown behind the Marriott, so the setting is awesome, an outdoor bar. I had taken a semester off at school in the Pacific Northwest and started working in the dish pit at my buddy's restaurant. It was my first mentor, and just fell in love with it and never went back to college. Just kept cooking. Well, I just fell in love with it, and my first opportunity, I think I would only be cooking for 2 years, and these people called me up and they said, hey, we hear you're a really good cook. The guy who's my boss, who's my chef, I was his sous chef. He didn't want the job, and it was an opportunity up in Canada working for Sun's Lodge. It's like a 4-star resort in Canada, northeast of Vancouver Island, in the Inside Passage. And they offered me this job, and I went up there and I worked 16 hours a day, 90 days straight. And I proved to myself that not only did I love it, but that I could do it, and kind of found me. To stick to the seasons and to try to be as local and sustainable as possible. It's difficult for us because we're a conglomerate with a corporation, so we have certain things, but utilizing someone like specialty produce, such as yourself, you know that I'm passionate about trying to source local ingredients and do things that are good not only for us, but for our community. At the risk of being redundant and repetitive, seasonality. You know, things that are in season. So just doing things, I think that when something's in season, whether it's a piece of fish or protein and the produce that goes with it, you know, if you have winter citrus and you have local halibut, well, those things are going to go together because they're just in season. So it's up to you to utilize them in a way that I think is fun and exciting and new. Don't let fear get in the way of creating new things and of trying new things. Don't get attached to old habits, and don't let your fears get in front of your cooking, because it will bleed into your cooking. Yeah. And it will take you out of the moment, and cooking is such a momentary thing, especially when you're really busy. You have to really be on top of what's happening in the moment. If you don't, you'll get lost. And I find so many young cooks that I work with here at the restaurant, initially they're afraid of failing, and so they're immediately going to fail. So what I tell them is, what's the worst thing that you can do? You fail, and you learn from it. The worst thing you can do is repeat it. If I tell them I'm not going to fire them, then they have nothing to fear. Initially, it was to have my own restaurant and do my own thing, and I think it's changed over the last years. I think the thing that I really enjoy the most is just mentoring people, because I'm a self-taught chef and I learn from so many different chefs, so many different styles. I have 2 young girls that are sous chefs, you know, and they started out as line cooks. Just watching people develop and grow and seeing them go off and do bigger and greater things, and one day having their own places and calling me to go and eat there, I think that would be the greatest achievement, is to go watch other people grow. It's not necessarily for me. I think I've gotten to a really good place. You know, I'm able to do what I want to do for the most part.